I'm James Hibbert, and we're live at the 2019 EW Comic-Con Video Suite presented by Toyota. I'm here with the cast, most eagerly sought-after cast at Comic-Con, the cast of HBO's Game of Thrones.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hello.
First off, congratulations to all of you with 32 Emmy nominations, the most of any television show for one season in the history of TV, including Best Supporting nods for Nikolaj and Maisie. Congrats.
Yay.
Thank you.
So, Maisie, this is the first time that you and Sophie have been nominated for the same category in the same year. What was that conversation even like? Because you're such good friends. So Tuesday morning comes.
They were great friends.
Now we hate each other. No, it was amazing. I was so proud to see that Sophie was nominated, and obviously really excited for myself. And then Sophie was like, "This is like an old thing for you, but oh my god, an Emmy nominee!" And I was like, "Are you kidding?" I'm still freaking out. But yeah, it's going to be amazing to go there together and both be nominated. It's just really exciting.
And Isaac, the biggest question in Game of Thrones for so long was who would end up on the Iron Throne. The closest answer to that question ended up being Bran Stark. So in your mind, when you think back on the show and you think, how do you think King Bran has ruled so far? Is there anything that you think he's accomplished during his first couple months in office?
I can't imagine it's a barrel of laughs in Westeros at the moment.
Give yourself.
I mean, not really sure what he's getting up to. I don't really think he's got many ideas. He just kind of sort of sits there and listens to what everyone else says and kind of just chills out.
Well, he did.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
He's introduced warging holidays to King's Landing. Warging holidays. Let me just give you that again. Warging holidays. Do you get it? The whole line thing. Thank you very much. Good night, everyone.
Taxi.
Liam.
Yes.
You
sure you want to ask me a question?
I think you're ready for a question. I think you're ready for a question.
Oh, yeah.
You recently confessed to pilfering a bunch of Game of Thrones props over the years.
It wasn't a bunch. It was a huge amount.
The list includes a Dothraki sword, Davos's fingerbone bag.
Yes.
It also says here money. I'm assuming that's prop money and not actually embezzlement from HBO.
Well, let's not go into that. That's still with my lawyers.
Yeah, and a hand-carved stag, which I assume belonged to Shireen, so you kind of took that from her, too.
Yeah, two of them. The one I gave her and the burnt one. As well, yeah, two of them.
Yeah, I'm surprised that HBO didn't shorten your fingers for that, but since they didn't, does anybody else want to confess to taking something, not something that they were given by Dan David, not something that was a gift, but taking something from the show that they weren't supposed to take?
On my last day, I just thought I've got to grab something. And I sort of... I panicked. I panicked and I just ran through this set and I just grabbed a wooden spoon.
That's so lame. See, this is the difference between a young actor and an older actor. I brought a U-Haul truck on the last day. They caught me at the gate.
Yeah.
Spoon.
Yeah, but it's quite useful, actually.
Yeah, it's a spoon.
I've got a map room unsullied thing, and the little figures that are in the map room.
Oh yeah. No.
And it was Peter used to call it Tiny Jacob. He'd be like, "Call me closer, Tiny." But I've got it up in my kitchen, and people see it and they think it's quite phallic. Mm-hmm. So people are like, what? What's that? It's like some sort of ancient phallic relic.
Lovely.
Phallic relic.
I've got one of the ships as well that I robbed from the map room one of the earlier.
James didn't expect to be talking about phallic relics.
I
have one of that.
Follow-up to that one.
but not from the show.
Yeah.
It's all about phallic relics.
So now that the show is over, there's so many iconic lines in the show. For each of you, what is your all-time favorite line of dialogue from the show? Could be your character, could be another character, but what's your all-time favorite line from the show?
Mine would be when we find out how Hodor became Hodor. Hold the door.
Oh yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
So that was kind of a very long line of dialogue, getting progressively shorter, basically.
Yeah.
Hold
on.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, is that what he said? Anytime.
Do it again.
Mine.
Hey, I wonder did Christian ever forget his lines?
He did.
But didn't he just like forget his cues more? Because when you've only got one line,
Yeah, that's tricky, yeah.
yeah, forgetting your cues.
But I think, what was her name? Lynn was saying, Holder? He was going like, what? Holder? Hello? Hello?
The microphones are helpful.
I've got one, but I can't be rude here, can I? It's
Sure,
one of my
yeah.
own. Listen, I say it,
You
but
can
it's
swear.
not my line.
It's only live on Facebook.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Davos has a great line, which nothing fucks you harder than time. When I say the Gendry and stuff, I kind of really like that.
Here's the proof.
I hate these people. I'm glad the show is over. I've hated these scumbags for 8 years.
That is a great line.
Maisie, you have one? I feel like you have one.
I don't know. I can only think of Arya's lines now, but I like
That's fine.
not today was like a good one.
Yeah,
But,
That's mine as well.
yeah, it's a good line. Short as well. I could remember it.
I thought Littlefinger's the speech between Littlefinger and Varys in season 1 or 2, I can't
Think
remember.
about the ladder.
Yeah, chaos
One
is
about the
ladder.
ladder.
I thought it was cool, and then that was really cool because Bran got to say that back to Littlefinger.
I thought it was Littlefinger says chaos is a ladder.
yeah, he does. But Bran says that to him.
He's talking to Tyrion.
No.
Time fucks you, ladies and gentlemen.
Can we move on?
Nothing fucks you like time.
Fucks your ears as well.
Nothing fucks you like a chaos ladder.
Jacob, Conleth, what about you guys?
I like any time the Hound says the C word. For some reason, I just turn into like a 10-year-old, and I'm like,
Or if the Hound says F off, it's very fun.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
did that
I
well.
got that in my ear for many
quite a bit.
seasons.
Yeah. Let's see. Jacob, you're like the rare TV action star that would actually go to Comic-Con on your own, right? I mean, you
dude.
yeah.
it's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, in previous years, you've like toured around the exhibit hall incognito. Are we doing that this year? Or?
Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to say
He's
what
wearing a
I'm
Spider-Man
wearing.
outfit.
She just spilled the beans, dude.
This Spider-Man outfit.
I did Deadpool a couple of years ago.
Maybe this might be a
Decoy.
A decoy.
Yeah.
But I've got like a full costume this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, so now people are going to be ripping off, people's Spider-Man masks all over, trying to find you
Assaults on Spider-Man are going to increase.
I want to try and get loads. Actually, no, nothing. I was gonna say I want to get loads of pictures with like people dressed as stuff from the show, but just not ever tell them.
Bryan Cranston went with a Bryan Cranston mask, didn't he, one year? Like, he went with a mask with... Don't look at me like I'm talking. Don't look at me like I'm like your grandfather with Alzheimer's here. Don't patronise
That was
me.
me trying to be nice.
Yeah, but see, for all y'all whose characters survived, imagine it's like 10 years from now. Year's 2029, HBO backs up the money truck and they go, hey, we want to do a Game of Thrones spin-off with the surviving
I
characters.
hate that question.
Are you
I
at least
resemble
a
that
little
remark.
interested in that?
Well, I couldn't possibly consider it until I read the check. It's a joke there as well.
Yeah.
I think if Grey Worm stays in North and we're shooting in like Barbados, I'm down.
Yeah.
Also, if they like invent zips and not like have leather costumes that are laced up, that would be cool too.
That's all you'd need.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm very easygoing.
NA for you and I. We're dead.
How big's this money truck?
Is it articulated? Is it an 18-wheeler?
Okay. And Nikolaj, I mean, obviously, your character sadly did not survive, and you made a very, impassioned and I think accurate case for why Jaime would have went back to Cersei. But if let's say he had somehow survived being knifed several times, and the ceiling falling in, and Cersei had not, do you think that there is any chance that him and Bran could have worked out, given the things that Jaime said to her when he parted about him being basically too morally corrupt for that partnership?
Yes. No, I think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, who knows? It's.
Have you thought about it?
Well, I
Guys,
I only just got the question now.
you realise we've got like a whole panel today, right?
Yeah. Not just about you, dude.
Yes.
No, I think that the whole the core of this is that
Yeah.
I think Brienne sees him for what she wants him to be, and he sees him for what he doesn't want to be in a way. He's very cynical about that.
Two sides of the one coin. my
Exactly, two sides of the one coin. But I mean, who knows? I think they would get together and have a cup of coffee. I don't know.
Awesome. Oh, well, guys, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
know,
Thank you.
see you
Thank
at
you.
the panel
I'm
tonight.
so sorry.
And yeah, thanks. And we'll have more on EW.com from the cast of Game of Thrones
Liam,
later
he's saying
today.
we're finished now.
I'm saying,
Liam, we're finished.
just leave the cameras rolling. I'll just keep talking. Leave me alone. I'm on.